Hello and welcome to week 3 of Friday Football Fever. I'm Jeff Jones, and our game of the week features two rivals, Glenn and Rouse, whose campuses are separated by just 6 miles. They're close in proximity, and recently they've been close on the scoreboard too. Last season, Rouse won this matchup by a field goal. The year before, they won by just 1 point. We thought we'd be in store for another one that went down to the wire tonight, and boy, were we right.
It's one of the things what makes it so special for these guys is that all these guys grew up with those guys.
It's just we went to school with a lot of them.
These kids that are playing right now in this junior and senior class all went to middle school together.
Some of these guys went to kindergarten together. A lot of these guys played youth football together.
You'll either tackle someone or you'll hit someone or someone will tackle you and be like, hey, I know you. You like just strike up a random conversation. That's the fun part about football.
We both kind of are friends, but we both want to whoop each other.
Seeing your friends and you're like, man, I gotta hit you, I'm sorry.
They're a good team and so are we, so it's gonna be a good game to watch.
You want to beat Big Brother because that's where you were kind of tied to or thought maybe you were going, and then a new school opens.
Not getting involved about who we're playing and what they are. They're just another kid in a different colored jersey, and they just drew the short end of the stick by playing us.
It's the Game of the Week, sponsored by Urology Austin.
This one was the very definition of a defensive battle. And how about guys wearing jersey number 29? You don't see that number often, but Glenn's 29, Jalen Hines, got an early sack, and then Rouse's 29, Jace Mann, teamed up with Ashton Adamas for a sack of their own. It was 7-0 Rouse when DJ Duger, the Glenn running back who actually took an unofficial visit to Texas last week, found the end zone. The game was knotted up. It looked like the Raiders would score a tie-breaking touchdown, but Devin and Dale shut that drive down. The Grizzlies got the ball back. They had a chance to run some clock and win it, but they fumbled with less than a minute left in their own territory, which allowed Glenn's kicker Zach Ramirez to hit the game-winning field goal as time expired. For the 3rd year in a row, Rouse beats Glenn, and for the 3rd week in a row, our KVUE Game of the Week was decided at the buzzer. Each game in this series has been decided by 3 or fewer points. The final score tonight, 10-7.
I liked our resiliency. We've had a rough start. There's no secrets about it. And we've had to find and claw our way back into it. We battled a lot of adversity. This is just true now. We have a saying, faith over fear for 86,400. That's every second you have a day. You've got to trust and believe. And I saw the comments. There was no doubt when we got in the huddle, when you're starting quarterbacks like, coach, run the ball, kick the field, we're going to win this game. I knew we were in a great shot to do it.
You say 86,400 seconds in a day? That's a stat I didn't know. Thanks for sharing that, Coach. Hey, up north, Hutto and the Hippos' first-year head coach Will Compton entered the night with an undefeated record. They've made some noise, but if they earned a win over state powerhouse Steele, that noise would turn into standing on tables and yelling, "We're here and we mean business." So let's see if there was any table yelling that took place tonight. The moon was shining Hutto orange for this one, so you knew that had to be a good luck sign, right? Hippos quarterback Will Hammond doesn't need luck because he has an arm like that. The touchdown to Carson Forrest, and you know Forrest once told me life is like a red zone offense. You never know what you're going to get. On the very next drive, Steele running back Jaden Bailey, a guy with a Texas State and UTSA offer, couldn't turn down an offer for 6. Cibolo Steele wins this one 49-16. To the scoreboard for the first time tonight, Cedar Park could not hang with Round Rock on this one. The Dragons win 24-7. The scores keep on coming in. Liberty Hill beats Georgetown 49-35. 2 touchdown score in that game at home for the Panthers. And Vista Ridge tops Church Clemens. At least they're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Looks like they're going to come back from the San Antonio area with a win. To Shelton Stadium, where Lake Travis and Buda Johnson had the battle of the deep ball tonight. Cavs quarterback Caden Leon tossed one up high for Cole Munnerlin. Cole, can you touch high places? Yep. But how is this for a response? Johnson's Jesse Medina hit his receiver perfectly in stride for his 70-yard catch and run. The Jaguars hung tight for a while, but the Cavs were just too much. Lake Travis wins this one 55-17. Now, if you haven't kept an eye on Manor, it is time to change where you're looking. Future USC Trojan Quinton Joyner broke 3 tackles at the line of scrimmage, kept his balance, and turned in what looks like a Play of the Week nominee. And since I'm the one who picks the Plays of the Week, I think it's got a good shot. Moments later, Quinton's little brother, Quintalon Joyner, tossed up a jump ball to Sean Harris. Sean, of course, came down with that one. The Mustangs come down with a win. They are 3-0 for the first time in 9 seasons. Final score 42-15. Back to the scoreboard with a couple of 5A games. Lockhart beat Layman. That was a battle of undefeated teams. previously undefeated teams. Lockhart stays perfect on the season, 56-13, the final score in that one. Leander, the Lions on top of Del Rio. It took overtime, but they have a win. They are making that trip back home with a 38-32 win. The scores continue. Hayes puts up a ton of points when that offense gets rolling. It was rolling tonight, 54-21, the final over Cedar Creek. And San Marcos falls by 1 to San Antonio Wagner, 42-41, the final in that one. We have updated you on 11 games so far, and we have much more left to show you. Scores, highlights, our Band of the Week, and our Play of the Week nominees are all coming up next. Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. It is time to bring in my good friend Tyler Feldman. And Tyler, last year, during the week of the state championship game, the guys at LBJ told me that it was an early season win over a Dallas school called Parish Episcopal that actually made them believe they could win it all.
That they did, Jeff, and man, that private school from Dallas is really stinking good. They've won 3 straight state titles, and this year the Jags got to play the champs right here in Austin. And I'll tell you what, Jeff, after a 1-1 start, a signature home win could be just what LBJ needs to get back on track.
Yeah, beat that stinking good team.
Yeah, was that you?
That was yeah. I like that. Let's go ahead and roll these highlights. We pick things up with the Jags down 7-0 when Garen Hawthorne sent one into the corner of the end zone, and Noah Baker, just wow. He got the toe down inbounds. Noah's catch was fantastic, but it was part of a tough night for the Jags. LBJ looks like they'll fall to 1-2 during a tough non-district schedule. Like Tyler said, that is a stinking good team. LBJ trails 44-14 right now in the fourth.
All right, after that stunning last-second loss to Dripping Springs, Vandegrift bounced back in a big way last week, crushing Cedar Park 45-0. Third largest shutout in Viper history. Tonight, those Vipers visiting winless Waco midway through the third quarter. Brayden Buchanan zips it right into the hands of Ray Jean Middleton. That's a touchdown for the Vipers. Then early fourth quarter, Buchanan again. Oh man, he is wide open. He being Grant Lindley inside the 10. Zane Oliver then finishes the drive. He gets the touchdown for the Vipers. Back-to-back 45-point shutouts for Vandegrift.
On a mission. Hey, more scores heading your way right now. Navarro falls to Manor New Tech 25-7. I said falls. It looks like it's trending in that direction. Third quarter score on that one. Bottom of the screen, though, that is final. Floor director Mars is dancing. Mars! Marble Falls picked up another win, 22-15 over the brand new school, Colleen Chaparral. More scores coming your way. Luling. Wow, that's a big win there. A 59-0 shutout win over Eastside.
All right, over at the Palace, Westwood looking to start 3-0 for the first time since 2011, taking on the 0-2 Bastrop Bears. Warriors not wasting any time. Opening kick, Brian Perkins from his own 2, the freshman motoring 98 yards to the Hizow. Bears do bounce back, though, to make it 7-6. Then on the first play of the second quarter, Damani Stewart, anything but little. 5-yard score, 14-6 Warriors. Very next Bears drive. Demir Thompson. Oh, yeah, he dives in for 6. That ties things up at 14. Westwood goes on to win this one in overtime, 49-42.
We had a Culpepper's alma mater. She's happy on her drive home right now. Hey, up north, Lampasas took on Eastview. The Badgers tried to plant their flag. Yeah, that's tough to do on artificial turf. But that rollout pass game is good on all surfaces. David Flores with a pinpoint pass to number 6. Whoever's wearing number 6 is a mystery athlete. We could not track his name down on the roster, and the defense could not track him down on the field. The Flores to mystery man combo teamed up for 3 first-half touchdowns. Guys, rest assured, we are getting Nancy Drew, Sherlock Holmes, and Scooby-Doo all on the case of the mystery man. We're cracking this mystery like Lampasas has cracked into the win column again. They win this one 48-39.
Not a mystery. McNeil starting 3-0 just once over the last 14 seasons. A win tonight over Hendrickson. And yeah, you betcha they'd be 3-0. Early on, lots of Maverick magic. Brad Wittenberg takes the snap, rolls out, fires. It hits Dayron Calhoun right there and right into your living room. Watch out. That's a touchdown. But it's the Hawks who shocked the Mavs. They fly all the way back from 2 scores down to get the win. 28-27. Nice play, though.
Did we check on the photographer? Who was that?
Who cares?
Oh, Andrew, I hope you're okay.
Travis up 13-7 on John Paul II there in the fourth quarter. Then Fredericksburg. How about the Billies? They get their first one of the season. I bet you there's some celebrations out in wine country tonight, Jeff. 31-28 over Kerrville Tivy. More scores. Hyde Park dominating. Up 64-14 in the fourth quarter on Lassa, yeah. We'll get Colonel Mustard on that one for the mystery. And how about the LaGrange Panthers? They get their first one of the season, 37-27 over Lavernia.
Love the liberal arts and the sciences. Hey, Elgin traveled to Bryan, Texas, where apparently it's Halloween. I don't know what that theme was, but the theme for Elgin in the red zone was to hand it to Sebastian Jackson and watch him work. Action Jackson drove in from inside the 5. It was a 7-point game deep into the fourth quarter. Oh, but it would stay a 7-point game, and not for the local guys. Rudder takes this one 21-14.
Let's head out to Duck Country. 1-1 Taylor. Quack, quack. Mr. Ducksworth hosting the undefeated Robinson Rockets. Gotta love this. The cheerleaders impacting the future generation. As for the game, this is Christian Lujan lunging in, but it's the Ducks, Jeff, who fly together. We know that. Ryan Valdez takes the snap, drops back, airs it deeper than Matthew McConaughey's pockets, and look at Jarvis Anderson.
Yes.
Saying, get off me to 2 defenders. He walks in for 6. Taylor terminates. Robinson, 41-19. All right, let's do some full screens after that attempt to do a Terminator voice. Brownwood, 33. Burnett, 20. That's final. Lago Vista, big win for the Vikings, 42-10 over Giddings. More scores. Smithville, the Tigers, falling to Geronimo Navarro, 28-21. Another final score. St. Andrews, the Polar Bears. Red hot. They need to be ice cold because they're polar bears. 47-0 your final in that one.
Ice cold and drinking Coke. That's what they need to do.
That's what they do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
not tonight, apparently.
Maybe Diet Coke tonight.
Yeah, maybe. Guys, time to take a break from the football to celebrate our band of the week.
Yeah, and Jeff, this week that group is from Travis High School. Take a listen.
Welcome back to Friday Football Fever. He's Tyler, I'm Jeff, and the Yellow Jackets from Llano are preparing for their 3A season by playing as many big schools as they possibly can.
Bigger the better, I guess. They beat a 4A team in week 1, Jeff, a 4A team in week 2, and tonight lined up against 5A Crockett. The Yellow Jackets currently with one of the longest winning streaks in all of Central Texas. 6 straight, looking to make it 7 straight against the 1-1 Cougars. Briggs Green locating Jackson Dillard far side. Look at Dillard finding greener pastures downfield. That's a Jackets touchdown. Then later, check out Carson Kirkendale taking the direct snap. Hey, diddle right up the middle. Jackets stinging Crockett left and right. Miguel Hernandez later finds pay dirt as Llano finds its 3rd one of the season. 7 straight, big victory over the Cougars, 57-13.
Cedar Ridge traveled up to play Harker Heights. Quarterback Jakari Killingsworth killing them. That ball was right on the money, and Cedar Ridge was right in the game. But Harker Heights is no joke. The Knights entered the game 2-0, and they'd keep that undefeated record intact. Final score 27-20.
Gerald searching for its first one of the season. The Cougars hoping to get off the schneid against 0-2 Caldwell. Lots of open real estate in this ball game. Andrew Kniebel over the middle. Mason Dotson on the dot and then on the money. Touchdown Cougars. Later, Kniebel. Little trouble here. Low snap, but he recovers beautifully. Slings it across the middle. It's caught. Jaquez Spradley. That's how you do it. Gerald does it up big, jumping all over Caldwell. 66-8.
Spradley every single week. Hey, out at Regents, the future Knights watch this year's team. Pass rusher Whit Powell is going to play his college ball at Colorado State next year, and that is good news for local quarterback. Whit's early sack against Bernie Geneva was just the start of the good news for Regents. Strong run from junior back Chili Sire. No words on if that chili is with or without beans. That is a big debate here, Tyler. No debating Regents as a dominant team, though. Knights win this one 47-0. Let's get some scores for you. Mason, the punchers punch on. They beat Ozona 42-7. And Wimberley, unbeaten this season, 32-23 over Brock, the final score there.
Another score, San Saba, the Armadillos all over Johnson City, 28-3 as another final score.
Armadillos will mess up your lawn.
They really will.
Yeah, happened to me.
I know, you told me that story.
Hey, well, I might have told you that story while I was wearing one of these very fashionable Friday Football Fever t-shirts. Guys, what I want to do is send one of these your way. I'm going to have my friend Tyler take a photo of me real quick.
First time we get to do that this year.
First one this season.
Love it. 1, 2, beautiful. Jeff's got a great smile.
All right, there we go. So now that we've taken the picture, I'm going to post that on my social media pages. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Jeff Jones Sports. And I'm going to randomly give those to somebody who likes the photo, follows me, and comments on the photo. If it's you, I'll send it your way free of charge later this week. Go ahead and check that out soon, and we'll be right back with more Friday Football Fever.
the Athlete of the Week, sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
So, my name is Corey Mose. I am the sports anchor for KVUE, and we are here to present the Abacus Athlete of the Week. And so, today I want to announce that Ian Wallard is our Athlete of the Week. Ian, where you at? Yes, sir. You can do whatever you want. You want a hand clap? Yeah, you can give me a hug, whatever you want to do, bro.
I'm sweaty.
I'm all for that. Hey, look, it's hot out here. I'm sweaty too. This award isn't about the stuff that you do on the field. It's also the stuff that you do off the field. And I checked, you got a 4.15 GPA, which is crazy, first off. So, why is it so important for you to focus on the classroom and on the football field?
Focusing on the classroom kind of helps out coming out of school. You go to college, you can do what you want to do. It also helps with you're able to play on Friday night because you always have to be ready and passing your classes. It also helps you pick out what you want to do in your college career.
But you're in orchestra.
I am.
Bro, how did you get into that, and why do you have how do you have the time to do all that?
Well, my fifth grade year, my fifth grade teacher said I had to take fine arts. I just kind of stuck with it since then. And I mean, just takes practice every day. It's just about it after school. You just try it out, do what you will to get to be as good as you want.
What does it mean to you to have this team behind you and the team to support you?
Well, they're all my family. We always work together. We're always out here early in the morning. We always work as one team. They're always have my back, always have theirs.
And lastly, bro, just being a leader on this team, why is it important to set that example off the field and not just on the field?
Setting an example just gives the younger guys something to follow, gives everybody something to look up to or do something, kind of help out everybody else.
One more time for Ian, y'all. Yeah! Congrats. Yeah, I love the bow. Yes, sir.
I love the bow too,
Yes.
Corey. Great work. Congrats again to Ian. I guess it's Cedar Ridge. That's the place. If you want to play football and play an instrument, that's the place to do it. Again, if you know anyone who deserves to be our next Abacus Athlete of the Week, just hit us up. sports@kvue.com on the email. You know the email. You've got it. We'll be right back with our Play of the Week nominees.
KVUE Friday Football Fever Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
It's the Big Save of the Week, sponsored by Austin Telco.
Let's show you the biggest plays of the week. First nominee comes from Maynard running back Quinton Joyner. The USC commit looks like he's going to be taken down like a bag of cheddar sun chips on the weekend. But he's like, boy, put those chips away. Trojans don't eat chips, although they do like soaking up the sun. What a touchdown run. Mustangs win big. I like Cheetos too, but the sun chip script was easier to write. Maynard still undefeated.
Yeah, Jeff, well written. Great finish to this game over at the Palace. Great start, too. Brian Perkins, the Westwood freshman, perking up on the opening kickoff. 98 yards to the hizzow. Yeah, boy. Get some water. You deserve it. Westwood wins in overtime.
Dallas Parish Episcopal did take it to the LBJ tonight, but this catch by Jags receiver Noah Baker will leave you wanting more. One of the best catches I've seen all season. He climbed the ladder, came down with the catch. just outstanding for Mr. Baker, baking up cookies, muffins, and top plays of the week.
Great catches, too. That was unbelievable.
Yeah. Now that you guys have seen the nominees, it's time for you to let us know which play is your favorite. You do that by going to my Twitter page at Jeff Jones Sports. There you'll see a poll that I recently created with those 3 plays. You vote, we'll add them all up, and then on Tuesday during the 6 p.m. show, we will reveal the winner. And guys, don't forget, Tyler, there's a pretty big football game tomorrow, right?
Who's playing tomorrow? Texas
and some team from Tuscaloosa.
The Tide, Alabama. That's right.
Yeah,
almost forgot.
The Longhorns get their shot at the number 1 team in the nation. College Game Day is going to be here. Tyler and I have front row standing position for College Game Day. We will be there live in daybreak starting at 8 a.m. And of course, we're going to have your Longhorns highlights and reaction to maybe an upset win.
Mr. Positive.
Yeah.
Mr. Positive.
We're going to have all that and more tomorrow right here on KVUE. Check out these highlights before you go.
The final